Now, cleaning your air filter. Gaining access to your air filter, there are several different ways. The most common is removing your seat to gain access to the air filter and removing it from the top. Some models you can remove from the side, like this model. Once you've removed your air filter, cleaning the air filters are all basically the same. Before cleaning your air filter, you should really know what kind of air filter oil has been used on your air filter. Most oils are a solvent-based. If you have a water-based air filter oil, you need to clean your air filter in the special soap and water that comes with your air filter oil. If you have a solvent-based air filter oil, you can clean your air filter in solvent or some really good detergent. If you have a solvent tank, you can dip your air filter in the solvent. Simply just take the air filter, dip it into the solvent, and wring it out. This breaks up the oil. After I've dipped my air filter in solvent, I like to go over to a bucket with some very good detergent and finish cleaning the air filter. If you do not have solvent, you have to go straight to the bucket. After the solvent tank, I'm going to a bucket of water and some soap. I like to use hot water. It helps break down the oil, and I use dish soap. Dish soap really breaks up grease and oil. So you can do this in the sink, but my wife makes me use a bucket in the garage. This is a 2-piece air filter, so you can remove the 2 pieces. Just simply keep dunking the filter and wringing it out. After your filters are clean, you can rinse them with some clean, warm water. After you've thoroughly rinsed your air filter needs to dry completely before installing new air filter oil. Now that our air filter is dry, we're going to go ahead and assemble the 2-piece back together. If yours is a 1-piece, you can simply get right into oiling your air filter. For oiling your air filter, I like the old-fashioned way of just pouring on your air filter oil. I definitely like to use my rubber gloves for this because it is very messy. And just squeeze the oil into the filter. It's a good idea to check the inside. You can see where some of the oil has made it into the filter. In some places it has not. Just take more of your filter oil. Pour on the inside of your filter. You want to make sure that the oil is all the way through the air filter and spread evenly throughout the air filter. If you've put too much air filter oil onto your filter, just simply wring out the excess oil. Once your filter is thoroughly oiled, we're going to install our air filter cage. Line up the holes. And it's a real good idea to take some grease and run around the lip of your air filter. The grease prevents debris from squeezing in between your air filter and your air filter box and getting into your motor. Now we can install our air filter. You want to make sure that the air filter cage is properly seated against our air box before clamping down. Once it's clamped down, it's a good idea to double check to make sure there are no gaps in your air filter and the air filter box. If there are gaps, dirty air can pass through and get into your motor and cause harm to the engine. Now we can go ahead and reinstall our side cover. And we're done with our air filter.